We have had a bunch of really effective teams for this raid, letting us score ridiculously high amounts of points without even having the new pirate faction in the game. This is driven because we've got teams like Tarkin and Scorch, the clone trios, Kelleran Beck undermans, Mace Windu undermans, individual undermans for characters like Tarkin and Nest and Hondo and stuff like this, and it's letting people score massive points without needing pirates. So it asks the question, is CG going to nerf the teams that we have? Let's talk about it. To give context to this, I just want to show you the teams that I currently use in the raid, what they're doing, and why this might mean CG might do something, and what I think CG are going to do. Okay, so first and foremost, we have got an undermanned team with Jedi Master Mace Windu. At the R9 tier, this can get 3.6 million points, maximum amount of points, minimum amount of RNG in my experience. I don't think CG nerfs this at all. There is no reason for CG to look at a player that has unlocked all of the Dark Side clones, Depa Billaba and Temple Guard, and taken 3 of those characters up to Relic 9. They're not going to punish a player that has done that and said, no, we need you to whale some more on brand new GL Hondo characters just so that you can get those points. I don't think this is going to get impacted in any way. Similarly speaking, I don't think they nerf the Tarkin team. Currently, the Tarkin team only works for this duo at R9 to my knowledge, because you are dependent on the R9 bonus for the raid, which means when you inflict Order 66, which happens when the enemy dispels a taunt on Scorch, you gain 100% turn meter and a bunch of additional offense. It doesn't work at the lower tiers. There's no reason for them to look at this and think, oh, this guy has got an R9 Tarkin. Who wants R9 Tarkin? And then they invested in a brand new marquee that's still not free to play farmable at this point and taken it to Relic 9. You don't get all of the Relic 9 mats that you need out of the raid. You can't get things like, Era Mags, for example. So I think this is safe because this is just us using the mechanics of the raid to our advantage. This trio clone team here is relatively a new finding, and this one is the one that's in a little bit of bone of contention. The reason I would say this is not because CG will look at the trio team of Relic 9 clones and be like, yeah, we've got to nerf that. And, that's still a huge investment and it only works at the top tier. That's a big amount of investment, R9s that you don't actually need to do. However, there is currently a bug existing with CX2 in the raid, which might get fixed, which in turn might cause us some issues, okay? So that problem is over here. If CX2 does the same attack against the same enemy, or does an ability against the same enemy 3 times in a row, it will inflict Order 66. Now, the reason this could be considered to be bugged, and we've seen it in Conquest, is if an enemy already has Order 66, they can't get it again, right? So when the target Apo has got Order 66 and we keep on using abilities on him and we're still gaining that 100% turn meter and offense boost, technically we shouldn't be able to farm that Order 66 on Apo. That particular interaction might get fixed. We've seen it in the past with Conquest, where on Sector 5, I think, of the SME Conquest, you need to get Order 66 10 times, right? If you just farm with CX2 against a singular character that never takes a turn, you never reapply Order 66. It's locked, it's undispellable, it can't be reapplied. And in that instance, it'll only ever give you 1 instance of Order 66. So I wouldn't be surprised, potentially, if they might fix this to stop us from being able to constantly farm turn meter and offense boosts in the Order 66 raid, okay? I don't know if they will fix that. The rest of the interaction, even if that does get fixed, I'm not entirely sold that this trio is completely off the cards. Not entirely sold. If it does, it might hamper the difficulty, and maybe this one comes off the cards. Kelleran Beck at the Relic 8 tier, there's no reason for them to nerf it. Why would they nerf an undermanned team? We've always had undermanned teams. In every raid that we've had, you had it with the Crate Dragon raid, you had it with the Speeder Bike raid, you had it with the Naboo raid. There's no reason for them to nerf this. It does also require a Conquest unit, maxed out, basically. This can be 3-man, this can be 4-man, both works. Finally, we have got the Bad Batch squad. Currently, there is a bug with the Bad Batch squad where they are getting the tier 9 bonuses at least at the Relic 5 and the Relic 7 level. I'm talking about this one here. faction bonuses, Bad Batch gaining 100% accuracy. Whenever an enemy dispels marked, they are marked for 1 turn, which can't be dispelled, prevented, resisted. Lord Vader gains 10 stacks of execute. Stealth characters deal more damage, and they take less damage when they are not stealth. Essentially, I think this will be fixed. That being said, I do not think that will prevent the Bad Batch squad, if you are going in with a full team of Bad Batch, from being able to max score at any tier. I think if you've got R5 Bad Batch, you'll be able to get 1.2. If you've got R7 Bad Batch, you'll be able to get 1.8. If you've got R9 Bad Batch, you'll be able to get 3.6, and R8, you'll be able to get 2.7. I think it's still going to work even if they fix that. It just might take a bit of adjustments. Now, with my squads in particular, if I'm scoring max points with all of these teams here, which I do, by the way, we're looking at like 15 million plus points, and you only need, in order to hit the maximum rewards for the personal track, 12.15 million, and maximum teams for a full guild of, 50 people is like 10.4 million points apiece. So we quite literally do not need to invest in any of the pirates in order to max the current raid, and they're not even out yet. So that's the real bone of contention, is with the current setup, nobody needs to invest in pirates for the raid. Now, the pirates still might be very good to invest in. You're still going to get Galactic Legend Hondo. There's still going to be error battles that are going to be worthwhile. But that's the part that makes it weird. Are we going to get an extra tier of rewards? Are we going to get an extra tier of the personal track rewards for CG to try and incentivize us to try and push for new units again on top of this? I really don't know, to be honest, Tribe. I really don't know. But what I can say, from my personal perspective, and bear in mind this is me saying it, what I feel CG will do, is I don't think they're going to nerf any teams. I think the Tarkin team is safe. I think the Clone Trio team may well be fixed. And note that fixing a broken mechanic is not nerfing a team, guys. Nerfing a team would be CG deliberately weakening a team because it is overperforming. This is fixing a bug that exists in a character's kit and making it perform how it should, right? That's very different. Fixing bugs is not the same as nerfing, in my opinion. All right, well, no, it's not an opinion, it's fact. I think most teams are going to be safe. I just think that they will probably fix the CX2 bug, and I think they will probably fix the Bad Batch bug. That being said, I think almost all of those teams are safe. The only one that is maybe tentative is the Clone Trio. Even if they fix that CX2 bug, I think it's possible it can still win. All right? I want to know your thoughts, though. Are you nervous that your teams are going to get nerfed into oblivion for this raid? Or are you feeling pretty secure like your boy Scribs? Leave me a comment in the section down below, and I'll see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.